Charles Ansah-Owusu is a best-selling author of over 50 books and 20 gospel and motivational tracts. He is a pastor, educator, motivational teacher, conference speaker, a New Testament evangelist, and apostle of Jesus Christ, with a kingdom mandate to reach millions of souls with the salvation message of the cross of Calvary. He is the founding director of Abundant Grace Academy and senior apostle of Abundant Grace Believers Center. Listen to him, like him, and follow Ansah-Owusu on Facebook and YouTube, Abundant Grace Academy TV, Abundant Grace Christian TV, Abundant Grace Believers TV, and you will be challenged, inspired, and encouraged for good works. Now get ready to hear the voice of the man of God, Apostle Ansah-Owusu.
Cherish One is always a joy to come your way with motivational message. Today's motivational message is titled The Power of Thoughts. I am Ansah-Owusu, your inspirer and motivator. Dear friend, be careful about what occupies your mind, because it will greatly determine who you will become tomorrow. The wisdom book in Proverbs 23:7. The wisdom book in Proverbs 23:7 says, as he thinks in his heart, so is he. Precious friend, how you think determines who you are. You will become what you think about. Your life is determined by the kind of thought you habitually think. Your life is thought-driven. You are where you are in life, basically because of the thought you allow to dominate your mind. Success is a mind game. Success in life depends to some extent on your mentality or mental makeup. So if you have negative mentality, until you experience a paradigm shift to positive, it will be very difficult for you to be successful. It is not how hard you work that matters most, but how well and positive you think that counts in the long run. Beloved, success or failure starts from your mind as thoughts. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. Your mind and thought can work either for you or against you. Cherish one. Your thought have helped you to become who you are and have gotten you to where you are. If you don't like who you are and where you are, then change your life by altering your thought. Change your thought and everything about you will change. My dear one, a minute of thought is worth more than an hour of talk. Your life remains at the level of your thought. You cannot rise above or sink below the level of your thought. You cannot perform or excel beyond the soundness of your mind and your thought. You are exactly what you think about. Precious one. Expand your thinking capacity by reading books. Read wide. Read good books. This is the fastest way to develop your mind. Read books that are challenging to your mind. Read books that will stretch your mind. The more you read, the more you stretch the capacity of your mind and the capacity to think. Dear one, a successful life is deliberately created by the quality of thought. Success in every aspect of life begins with a thought. So does failure. What you invest in your mind is what you get out of it. Precious one. Successful people spend a fortune to develop their mind. They read books. They attend seminars, conferences, training programs, so that they can become better at using the mental faculties, their mental faculties. Beloved, if you want better results in your life, all you have to do is to change your thoughts, change your mind, change your attitude and perspective to life, and you will change and have different results. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans chapter 12 verse 2. I quote. Say, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. If you don't renew your mind with the word of God, you will not experience a transformation in your life. Those of you who go to church and you are not interested in Bible studies, listen. You cannot live a transformed life if your mind is not renewed. The unrenewed mind, the mindset is negative. The mental makeup is negative. But if you allow the word of God to come into you and renew your mind, you will have a transformed life. And everything about you will transform. You can be transformed by the spiritual renewing of your mind and your thought. Our minds need to go through a process of renewal in order to experience God's plan for us. Beloved, it is impossible to change our lives and be transformed unless and until we change our thought and attitude. Renew your mind and think right. Have the right attitude and live a transformed life and have excellent results. A stinking life can be the result of stinking thoughts. Come to Jesus and have the mind of Christ and renew your mind with the word of God. And you experience transformation in your life. And things will change for the better for you. Stay blessed and be highly favored. Shalom, peace, and love to you. Bye.